store?
So last year, 2022, Christina won Best Chef in the Mid-Atlantic region from the James Beard Awards. I mean, that's the restaurant awards.
Yes.
And it's the thing I love about Philly too, because people might walk past this place and not even really notice it. Mm-hmm. It's not this huge fancy place, but it's some of the best food that you get. It's amazing, and you just pop in. And again, it's nothing fancy. It's not going to be like, the big vestibule with everybody in there, and like all the fancy stuff, waiters with a red. No, it's just very simple and some of the best food and reasonable too, which that's what we want.
They take that we take our food very seriously. Like, you can't buy your way in and, let's give it to her. Like, she earned that award.
Yes, yeah.
And if you just saw her, she was so humble. She said it was for the people. She said, that. Yep. Is Philly right there, baby. That.
We got so many great restaurants here. And again, we're still on 9th Street here. This is Mole Poblano, which is great. So first of all, we got an ice cream shop. Nothing wrong with that, right? And then you got Mole Poblano right here. One of our favorites. Here's a little, I don't think it's as much as a secret anymore, but Mole Poblano is one of the many BYOBs in the city.
Okay.
That's what I love about Philly. BYOBs. It's huge. There's a lot of restaurants. They might not have the money or the zoning for a liquor license, so they don't have the bar. But there's all right, BYO, bring your own bottle of wine, bring your own 3 bottles of wine, bring a 6-pack, whatever it is.
Bring your own bourbon.
So it makes everything so cheap again too, because you're not paying the bar tab. Right. You're bringing your own bottle of wine. Hey, you can get a $7 bottle of wine if you want, right? And then you have a delicious meal, an amazing meal, and it's super cheap, and you're having a good night out.
Now, if you're not sure how that works, you bring your own beer. Now,
Yep.
or bring your own beverage.
Yes.
But you can bring whatever you want, but they actually cater to you. They'll bring you glasses.
Yes.
They bring you water. They have cork openers. Like, they're ready for this.
Absolutely.
They have the appropriate glassware for this kind of thing.
Yep.
We
kind of look for a BYO because it cuts the price in half almost, and it's and also they're not focusing on the bar, they're focusing on the food. Yes. So it's delicious food, that's the focus. You bring your own wine, you bring your own beer, whatever, to pair with it, and that's the way to go. So we're still on 9th Street here. Oh, we have the, I don't know if people want to show this. This is my live grocery market right now. Yeah, so my wife hates walking past there, she gets. So right here on this side, south of Washington, we have so many great Mexican restaurants. We have the Italian restaurants up above Washington, and then right here, Greg, a Philly icon right here, just a monument. We have Pat's and Geno steaks right here. So again, dangerous. I'm a 10-minute walk maybe from Pat's and Geno's. It's kind of rough. So let's take a look. Let's take a look over here,
please. Oh yeah, here's that beautiful park. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
And you need the park because after all this eating, you got to work out. So you always have kids walking here. I see grandparents doing exercises and Tai Chi and all that stuff in the morning. Every morning when I'm walking my dog here. By the way, my dog Franklin, I want to give a shout out to him. Because we all work together here. Franklin walks here. Usually it's my wife walking him here about 6:30 in the morning. He cleans up all the cheesesteak remains. So he should be
Franklin.
He should be on the payroll of Philadelphia because he keeps the sidewalks very clean here.
Now, is he named after Ben Franklin?
Yeah, that's one of the inspirations right there. But so he's the most Philly dog. By the way, he's got his own Instagram page. I'm gonna plug him. Not even me. Him. South Philly Franklin on Instagram.
Geno's is over here, right? So that means Pat's isn't far.
Right across.
Isn't far.
Yeah.
So save room.
If you stand right in the middle, you might actually disintegrate. That's just there is just a rip in the time-space continuum directly between Pat's and Geno's. You come here about midnight, you might evaporate. Oh, speaking of being here at midnight, Insomnia Cookies as well, right there.
We mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal idea.
And Doughhead Pizza just opened recently too, which is an amazing pizza spot. So you have your Pat's and Geno's, but then you need some cookies and some amazing pizza to throw on top of that.
So the trick is you get a Pat's and then you go to Geno's. At Pat's you get one with, at Geno's you get one without. This way, the best of both. Now, I forget if it's Pat or Geno, one of them folds the meat, the other one chops the meat.
Yeah, I forget which one's
I forget which one's which.
Yeah.
So, but if you ask Pat, he does it the right way.
Yeah.
But Geno says the same thing. So you decide. You be the judge.
Hardcore rivalry.
You be the judge. Hardcore. Right. Although Geno, I think, is in the grocery store. Like you can buy his steaks in the grocery store.
I think you might be able to, yeah. But I mean, I walk right down here if I need them. You know, that's the way to do it.
Why you got to go anywhere else?
And then, so by the way, we're at the corner of 9th and Passyunk right now. Passyunk, as you know, is that weird street that goes basically at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Everything's on a grid, but it has to go down. You go down here, further down East Passyunk, and you got great bars and restaurants too. So again, just a couple minute walk from the Italian market. You got amazing restaurants, great bars right down here in East Passyunk, which is a lot of fun.
Speaking of Passyunk, now how far away is South Street from here? Are we super far?
Yeah, just about 5 blocks that way down
I love
Passyunk.
it.
Yep. So yeah,
Passyunk and South is that Philly AIDS thrift.
Philly AIDS thrift. Yeah, one of my I would say 80% of my clothes comes from Philly AIDS thrift, which is, if you've never been, you got to check it out. First of all, it's for a great cause, and it's just a thrift store, and it's a gigantic. I don't like to call it a thrift store. It's like a thrift department store. It's huge. It's got everything. It's got clothes. It's got books. It's got furniture. They have a designated Christmas room. So if you ever need Christmas decorations in April,
right,
they got it. But I get a lot of my clothes from the thrift store there, and it's like a cool, hip, weird place. One of my favorite spots in Philadelphia.
So this is what's cool about Philly. Like, look at this park. It's a monster. They got a whole soccer field here. So you got a view of Center City. There's the skyline. I love it. Yeah. So, I mean, you got the park, you got the neighborhood, you got the walkability, but you got the skyline.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, it's what, 3-4 miles from here?
Yeah, it's like a mile and a half. It's right there, so it's very walkable. My wife works in Center City. She can walk right into the office. But you know, it's so funny. It's such a different vibe in Center City, as you know. I mean, we're in South Philly right now, where it's our radius of where we travel for bars, for restaurants, for stores. It's sometimes it's rare that I even get into Center City very often, unless I'm working there, doing a club in there or whatever, where we got everything right here. So it's our own vibe here in South Philly, which I love. We have the accessibility to Center City, but you know, it's almost like I feel like a local. It's like going to the big city versus just staying in the neighborhood right here.
Yeah, this is definitely like neighborhood bound. I mean, there's. I mean, the park just amazes me. There's a whole baseball field here, literally.
Yeah.
South Philly, I say a lot, it's like your old friend. It's like your old pal from growing up.
Yeah.
Old faithful. Definitely.
I don't like the way you keep saying old, but go ahead. I'll take
older.
it. I'll accept it.
You're not old, you're older.
Or older, we'll take it. But it is, right? It's like, it just feels, it's a comfortable place. It's a great spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we saw maybe a 20th of the food options in my neighborhood right away. So it's all about the food, but the people are great, and just you have everything you need right here within a couple blocks.
Right, and I don't think that's what a lot of people realize. Like, ooh, you're going to be in a neighborhood, you're going to have family, you're going to have friends, but you're also going to be able to get to literally everything you need, and a huge variety, especially in South Philly. Other parts too, but that's for another video.